Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. So today I'm going to be doing a testing new products video once again. Today we're going to be testing products from Sephora. First, we're actually going to be doing brows. Can you believe it? If you watch my channel, you will know that I don't do my brows first pretty much ever. But the reason I'm doing it first is because the first product we're testing today is finally the Brow Freeze Brow Styling Wax. Now, I am not super into the whole feathery look. My brows, I don't know, like up in here, I could do it. I could totally pull it off, especially if I didn't trim my hair so short. But then once you get to here, the hairs start to grow downwards. So it is difficult to brush them upwards and have them stay that way. And they also just aren't full at all there. So it's not a good look for me. I personally am not into the whole crazy feathery look, but I do really like a good strong hold, and even though I do fill them in more defined and not as feathery and messy, I do still like the hairs to be kind of feathery within it, so it looks a little bit more natural. So I'm excited about this. So this, if you haven't heard of it, this is easy to use styling wax that lifts, tames, and sculpts every hair with extreme hold. So this is what it looks like, and then this is what the actual product looks like. Is that not super satisfying for some reason? So what you want to do is take a little bit of this out, and then you want to rub your spoolie in it. I am going to just put it on the back of the cat. I'm just gonna see how this goes. I'm kind of nervous. First, what I'm gonna do is fill in my brows. I know a lot of people do the brow freeze and then fill them in, but because I'm not doing the feathery look, it would be I would just end up drawing over the hairs and it would kind of ruin it. So let me just go ahead with my e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is take my spoolie, swirl wax on the back of the cap to evenly distribute throughout the brush, spin the brush to remove any excess product. On clean brows, brush a small amount of wax through, press the hairs down, sculpt into place. I'm nervous. Why am I nervous? So I'm swirling. So we're pulling them up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna need a little bit more. Okay, it's definitely giving me that feathery look for sure. And then it says to press it with the spatula, but I didn't get that. I'm just gonna use this brush here and kind of use it to press them to the skin. I hope I'm doing this right. Wow, it really did give the feathery look. I'm just gonna pull them so that it's not so... I don't know if I like the way that they're looking yet. Could be that it's just messy though, because it did pull up some of the brow pencil onto my face. So once I clean this up, it might definitely gives a messier look. I feel like next time I will just do it first, do the brow freeze first, then fill them in. But I just feel like it's gonna play with the hold though, That's why I didn't. You know what? I'm starting to warm up to it. I feel like once they're done, I'm gonna fill in all the holes that from where it played with the brow pencil, and then I think I'm gonna like them. It's not holding my hairs to my skin. See, I'm telling you, my hairs are not made for this feathery look. They're thick and they're strong and they don't go where I want them to. I don't like my brows at all right now. I think I'm just gonna clean them up, add a little bit of the pencil where it's see how the line is no longer straight, and then just leave them at that and see how they look once I have a full face of makeup on as well. Yeah, I'm not sure about this one, guys. And I feel like that's such an unpopular opinion because everybody seems to love it. But it's just because my brow hairs are stubborn. For someone like me who doesn't necessarily go for the feathery look, it's maybe not as simple as just a brow gel. But I like the idea of it, especially I'm also a makeup artist. So even if I don't use it all the time on myself, I would definitely use it on other people. But also I feel like I'm going to try it again next time first and see how that goes. Even if I could just get the bottom line done, do the hairs, and then I could draw it in with my Benefit micro pen. That might be easier. Long story short, I feel like I do need to continue to test it. But I'm happier than I thought I was going to be there, because I was starting to worry that I was going to have to remove my eyebrows and start over. But now that I'm looking at them, I do really like it. And I see that it gave it a more full kind of feathery effect within that filled in part. So I'm happy with it so far. So first, what we're going to do is prime and put on some foundation. I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Infallible Matte Lock because it's just one of my faves. And I also, in my recent testing new drugstore, I did test the Maybelline Superstay Activewear. I really enjoyed it, but I did pair it with a concealer that really just went sideways real quick. I do want to test this again today, and I have a little bit of higher hopes for the next product I'm going to be testing, the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. I love One Size so much. I don't think I've been disappointed by anything from the brand so far. And a lot of the products are like staples, holy grails, faves. I feel like this hopefully will be a good combo today. So as I said, I really love the brand. I definitely recommend checking out the brand. I love their powder foundation. The best I've ever tried. It's literally magic. I also love their powder. We will be using that today. So again, as I said, really love the brand. And so I was so pumped to see this. This is an all-day wear, do it all, medium to full coverage concealer that acts as the most targeted texture solver, gliding on the skin like butter on toast. It has caffeine to help visibly depuff and support skin, avocado and mango butters to hydrate and nourish to smooth texture, and exclusive peptide blend that supports natural collagen to help improve texture. Waterproof, oil controlling, does not cake, crease, or transfer. So we've got lots of claims in there, and let's check them out. So this is the packaging. Super cute, typical red and pink. Love. And then this is the applicator. It is a little bit different. It's not the typical like large doe foot. It has a bit of an interesting shape, but it looks like it's gonna fit nicely. Like it's a little bit pointier and smaller. I feel like it will fit really nice like in small areas, which will be beneficial. Got it in the shade Fair 3 NR Neutral Rosy. I'm a little traumatized by my last testing new products video. The concealer just completely ruined my life. Not my life, but at least my makeup day. I'm gonna first just do like my typical areas of concealing, and then I'll go with blemishes. The formula doesn't seem too thick, which is nice. Sometimes concealers can be a little thick, and then those I find are more risky when it comes to getting cakey. I feel like it's definitely not the most full coverage upon first application. I'm gonna maybe have to build it a little bit for the under eyes, but that's okay. It did say it was medium to full. I really hope that it is smoothing, because that is one of my biggest concerns aside from like blemishes and oils. I definitely struggle with texture. I didn't have too fast of a drying time, so I was able to apply it all over, so you don't have to worry about it drying really fast, which I love. Let's take a look up close. Ooh, it is smoothing. That's nice, but it still has a matte finish. Like it doesn't look too heavy. It looks very lightweight and natural. I am going to build it under the eyes because it's not covering as much as I'd like it to. As you can see, it definitely smoothed out and concealed the area and just made everything look more flawless, which is exactly what it claimed to do and exactly why I wanted to try it. So I'm going to do a little bit more under the eyes, dabbing this on all the blemishes. I'm just going to use that to maybe kind of shape the brow a little bit. And let's go ahead and blend this all in. So even after sitting there for like a good solid minute or two, probably a couple minutes, it did not dry down enough that I wasn't able to blend it out. So I really like that. And it did add a little bit more coverage. I would not say this is full coverage concealer. That's my only complaint. It's not like Tarte Shape Tape level coverage, but I think that it's enough that I'm really happy with it. I really am happy with how it's looking as well. It's very smoothing. So let's go ahead and see how it does with blemishes. This shade is really nice too. I feel like it matches my skin really perfectly. I definitely feel like my skin looks really smooth, concealed and everything. I will obviously have to see how everything sets down, but so far so good. I feel like all the claims, aside from the fact that it's full coverage, all the claims are true. So let's go ahead with the next product, which is the SAIE Dew Blush Liquid Cheek Flush. This is a brand I have never tested, so I'm really excited to test this. And I have it in the shade Peachy. This is a water-based gel blush with a creamy blendable formula that gives the skin a healthy flush of seamless color. Really nice liquid blush with ingredients that are hydrating and give you that nice healthy flush of color. So I'm first gonna go in with my Make It by Mario contour stick, do a little contour, and then we will go in with the blush. Okay, so we're contoured and ready to roll. Let's go in with the SAIE blush. Massive applicator, like massive, so it picks up more than enough product. Yeah, see how it really is nice and pigmented? So you don't need a lot, I don't think. I'm gonna go in, put it on the back of my hand, and I am going to use my sponge. The sponge does soak up a lot of product, so I am just gonna add a couple dots right there and build it up. Well, that's nice. Oh, I really like that. I really like that. It really truly is that nice, like healthy flush of color. That's really, really pretty. And it does have like the slightest bit of sheen. Not that it's like highlighting the skin. It's just like that dewy type finish. And so it really does give a beautiful, like healthy glow. Now, obviously, if you set it down, that's going to go away. But I find ones that have that nice kind of healthy glow, they don't dry the skin. They're not gonna like crack or bunch up. Like I really like this formula. And I like this color too. It's not as peachy as I thought it maybe was gonna be. It's like a really nice peach though. I'm gonna add a little bit extra because when you put powder over top, it can like kind of dull it. Ooh, I really like this blush. It feels very hydrating to the skin as well, which I really, really like. This is feeling very like dewy and hydrated, but it's not looking too dewy, and it's also not separating the foundation at all. It's really blending into the makeup stunningly. Okay, so let's go in with some powder. I am going to use one size. I thought, you know, the concealer's gotta kind of go with. Okay, so while that bake sits for a couple minutes, let's do lips. We'll just go ahead with the lips while that sits, which brings us to our next product. This is the Bite Beauty Power Move Soft Matte Lipstick. So they had lipsticks before, discontinued them, and they just came out with a new formula. Sorry, I have a hair on my nose. A new formula for their lipstick. So this is a clean, vegan, hydrating, soft matte lipstick powered by nourishing cocoa butter for lasting, lightweight color. It's creamy, non-drying, made with tapioca pearls mixed with fatty acid waxes. Features a velvety matte finish that looks and feels good on the lips. The feather and fade resistant formula comes in an array crave-worthy shades and glides on for an instant, no fuss, bold color. It does come in their typical packaging, which I love. And this is what the actual bullet looks like. It looks very, very matte, and it does have that like velvety look to it already. I did swatch it in the haul, and it is a stunning shade. This one's called Pomelo, which is like a peachy pink. So I'm really excited about that. That'll go with the blush. Velvety, soft focus effect, which I love. I feel like that's going to be smoothing to the lips, which it typically is. I'm going to go in with my Essence Stay 8-Hour Lip Liner. Should I do a lip liner? You know what? Yeah, we're going to do a lip liner. Now, let's go in with the lipstick. I feel like this is going to create such a beautiful lip with the lighter peach. I'm so pumped. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay, so that is absolutely stunning. Really, really, really love. A few things that I really like about it. Number one, super, super comfortable on the lips. I like really went in. I really went in because I wanted to like kind of blend it into that lip liner. I really applied quite a bit of this lipstick. It feels so lightweight, so comfortable, probably one of the most comfortable lipsticks I've ever used, and I'm not even being dramatic. Love the color, it's pigmented and very creamy. It feels hydrating, yet it has a beautiful matte finish. It doesn't look drying to the lips. Hopefully it is long wearing. With lipstick though, there's only so far it's gonna go. I'm doing a wear test today, so I will let you guys know how that goes. I'm gonna go ahead off camera and do a simple eye look. I'm not gonna go crazy today. I will be right back to review the next product. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead with my next product, which is an eyeliner. This is by Huda Beauty, and it is called the Lifeliner Quick and Easy Precision Liquid Liner. This is an easy to apply waterproof, transfer-proof liquid liner with a super thin brush tip that's perfect for everyone from beginners to graphic liner pros. It's smudge-proof, transfer-proof, waterproof, flake-proof with no bleeding, custom-made precision tip for the perfect balance of flexibility and grip to allow maximum control of the tip. This is the actual liner. I really love the packaging. It's like that matte black, super sleek. So this is the actual tip, and as you can see, it is very, very precise. It is brush tip, not felt. Okay, so a couple comments about this. I do really like it. I feel like it is very precise. I was able to get a nice thin line in here, a nice precise tip. Because it's so thin, it takes maybe a little bit longer to fill in like the thicker areas, but not, it has a decent flow. So I do like it. It's a pretty rich black. It's nice and matte, which I do enjoy. This eye did bleed a little bit, but it was the first time using it, so I maybe pressed a little bit too hard because this eye didn't. So the one thing I will say is it's not completely like bleed proof, but if you are gentle, you can get no bleeding in the corners. My eyes are really bad for the bleeding, so it's really actually not that bad. So far so good. I'm impressed so far. So the next product is Ilia Fullest Volumizing Mascara. So this is a clean volumizing mascara that wraps each lash in a weightless volume without clumping, flaking, or smudging. It has natural waxes that thicken and define, while the arginine, is it arginine? Yeah, arginine, and pro vitamin B5 help nourish and fortify for stronger, fuller lashes over time. It also is supposed to remove easily at the end of the day. I do like their lengthening one, but I found it really lacked volume. It didn't do that much for my lashes aside from giving them pretty good length. So I'm excited about this one. This is the packaging, super cute. The other one is white. This is like a nice kind of beige. This is the brush. Reminds me of the Too Faced Better Than Sex, but a little bit. Doesn't look like it picks up too much product. So let's just go ahead and see. This might sound funny, but this is my bad eye, so I'm really excited to see what it does to these lashes. These lashes I find aren't as nice. I feel like I have a good eye and a bad eye. Do you guys feel this way? Like my eyeshadow blends better on this eye, my eyeliner always looks better on this eye, my mascara always looks better on this eye. This eye's never as nice. I do like it. It's not like the best, upon first impression on this eye, it's not the best mascara I've ever used. It's not as like lengthening and volumizing as maybe some of my favorites, but it is definitely more volumizing than their original formula. Okay, so this is one coat on both eyes. I definitely like it better now that I've tried it on this eye. It's still maybe not my favorite. Like I have other mascaras that maybe lengthen a little bit more, have maybe a little bit more volume, but it's actually really nice. I do really like the effect it gave. It's not clumpy at all. The brush is nice. It doesn't pick up too much product. The brush is quite large, so if you like smaller brushes, you might not love it, but it's not messy. It doesn't have too much product on it. It definitely separates the lashes really nice and creates like a nice kind of wispy type fanned out yet still volumized effect. I'm gonna go in with a second coat. Well, okay, Ilia. I really like it with two coats. I do really like it. Number one, it's clean, has ingredients that are gonna help strengthen your lashes and just it's good for your lashes. But then also it does deliver much more volume than their original formula. A+, especially compared to the original formula. Like I do have mascaras that I maybe like a little bit better than this one, but like it's comparable. I would say definitely if you want that really like full look, then add 2 coats, but no clumps. It's nice and volumizing. It is lengthening as well. I really like it, guys. One more product we have from Melt Cosmetics, the Sex Foil. So this is the digital liquid highlighter. I got it in the shade Stargazer, which is their lightest shade, I believe, or at least the lightest shade available on Sephora. So this is a highlighter that drenches your skin with an emulsion of liquid pearl pigments to illuminate, hydrate, and add radiant dimension. Lightweight liquid formula that allows for smooth application with a transfer resistant finish. You can wear it all over your face, body, mixed in with foundation or alone for a natural looking glow. Okay, so I just realized my microphone was not recording because I paused it because I had to run upstairs for a second. I forgot to press play again. That's my own bad. So I did apply the highlight on my shoulders, my décolleté, and on actually my face. So as you can see in the footage here that I'm showing you on application, it went on really, really nicely. It's super, super smooth and creamy. It's not overly highlighty or shimmery. I find my Becca Ignite is my favorite, but it can be a little bit much sometimes if you're looking for just like a slight glow. This is more like that wet look, not like a shimmer look, whereas the Becca can look a little bit shimmery. I really like that one too when I'm going for like bam, but this is like a nice subtle but still very noticeable. And also on the face, it's very creamy. It doesn't disturb the makeup. It goes on really nice with your finger with a sponge. It's a beautiful, again, wet look, and it went over top of powder. It didn't disturb the makeup whatsoever. So A+ for this guy. I really love the shade. It's a beautiful, like soft champagne, but I find it almost has like a more golden undertone to it, but it's like not too dark for fair skin. Love the shade, love the formula. Really, really impressed with this. Yeah, that's basically everything. I'm honestly really happy with everything so far, and I'm really excited to see how these things wear. So I'm gonna go about my day, and I will be popping in, update you guys on how these things are turning out. Stay tuned for that. I am also getting my hair done tonight, so you guys will see a little like before and after. So yeah, I'm excited to show you guys that as well. So I will see you guys in a little while. So it'll have been a little, almost 8.5 hours. I am developing a bit more of a shine, but it's not breaking down anything. This highlight is looking so good, but it definitely wore off on the body with the shirt being on, so I don't think it's transfer resistant. And the lipstick is starting to wear, so I am about to eat, so it might not hold up through that. So I just thought I would update you guys and show you what it's looking like. Like, it still looks good. I definitely think it kind of stains the lips a little bit, because like that's like on my lips, but it is definitely worn, because remember I did have a lip liner on as well. So it lasted a good at least 6 hours before it started to fade. So I'm really, really impressed with the lipstick, and everything else is looking really good as well. So I will pop in at the end of the day. All right, guys, are you ready for the big reveal of my hair change? I'm blonde. This is my blonde balayage. Definitely went super blonde. Love it. I really am excited about it. And now let's talk about the makeup. My makeup is looking real rough right now. I had a mask on. My hair took about 3.5 hours, and I was sweaty and hot, and so it rubbed off a lot of my makeup. To be honest with you, my makeup had been on for 10 hours already, so it was already like oily, and I find that if it's already oily, it's gonna transfer a lot easier. And so to be fair, I'm not really being too harsh on the makeup when it comes to that. I know I'm not looking super great, like on my nose, it's totally rubbing off, on my cheeks, on my chin, and then also around my hairline. I mean, they had to wash my hair. So we aren't looking great, but to be fair, it is not necessarily completely the makeup's fault. So I definitely developed a shine at about the 9 to 10 hours it started to get worse. But I would say that before I got my hair done, my makeup was looking really good. No creasing at all, no separation at all, no caking at all. I would say that I'm not too worried about it, even though it is looking pretty rough. Definitely the concealer is still looking pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face down. Yeah, like it's looking a little bit cakey here, but really minimal. So I do really like the concealer. It barely creased under my eyes at all, and I did not put eyeshadow primer on, which if you've watched my channel before, you will know that I do that almost every time to prevent creasing, except today was a wear test, so I did want to see what it could do on its own. It looks really, really good. I have a lot of concealers that I love that crease worse than this. So I'm really excited about the concealer, absolutely love it. It's definitely not the most full coverage, but it's super smoothing, creamy, easy to work with, long wearing, nice matte finish without looking dry. So I really love the concealer. Then the brow freeze, it's not my favorite, but I do believe it's because of the way that I'm going to use it. I'm not going in for that feathery look. Also, my brow hairs are really, really, really thick and they face downwards. So to actually get them to pull upwards, I'm going to have to kind of play around with it and get it to work for how my brows are going to need it. I'm not like overly impressed with, but I do feel like it is a good product. It's just for my specific needs, it's not necessarily going to be worth the money for what I'm going to use it for, but I will obviously use it for clients and I will get a good use out of it. The liquid blush, I absolutely love it. Aside from the fact that some of it rubbed off before I went in and put my mask on, it was still staying put. It looked really, really good. So I don't have any complaints there. It looked beautiful going on. It's a beautiful finish. Didn't play with the makeup. A+ for the blush. Then there is the lipstick. Really love the lipstick, super long wearing. I would say it lasted a good 6 hours before it really started to wear off. And even after that, it was still there. It was just faded. And then by the time I got my hair done, it was really just my lip liner left. But it lasted a really, really long time. Like I would say before it fully faded, it was like at least 8 hours, which is really good for a lipstick. It was smoothing, it was hydrating, but a matte finish, beautiful on the lips, not drying at all. Really, really good lipstick as well. Then we have the liner. I would say that I like the liner. I like how precise it is. It did bleed a little bit on my one eye, but on the other eye, it didn't bleed at all. There's no fading, no smearing, smudging, cracking, any issues there. The mascara also is looking really, really good. It looks, the liner and the mascara look exactly how I left it. So I do really recommend both of them. I feel like that because it bled a little bit in here, I do want to continue to test it before I say like this is the best liner ever. If I continue to use it and it doesn't bleed, I really, really like it. But I would say if you're prone to bleeding in the inner corners, then definitely just be very light-handed. I think I went a little too heavy in the inner corner there. The mascara is definitely, in my opinion, a better mascara, the best one from the brand, better than their lengthening one. It gives length, volume, and it is clean. So I really do like it. Is it the best mascara I've ever tried? No. But is it a good mascara that is clean, that has really good ingredients for your lashes? Yes, and I do like the results. So I recommend that as well. And then we also have the Sex Foil. I do really, really, really like this. The only thing is I don't find it as transfer resistant as the Becca one. So on the shoulders, I would only use it on my shoulders and décolleté if I'm gonna be wearing like a tank top, because I feel like it would be a waste. Like after wearing a shirt, I felt like it did kind of rub off a bit. But on the cheeks, it lasted all day long. Aside from that, it's a really, really beautiful highlight. It's very versatile. You can use it on the body, but it does work over top of powder, foundation. I would like to try it mixed in maybe with like a matte foundation to add some glow. That would be so stunning. So I really honestly, truly recommend this. I was a bit skeptical, but I really, really, really like this one as well. That is it. So yeah, that is my roundup of products. I definitely would say that all of them turned out really, really good. The only one that I'm not like overjoyed about is the brow freeze, but that's kind of a more of a me thing. And I will obviously continue to test all of these products. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.